102. Plus, you're actually looking at the man, the myth, the legend, the multi-grain performer. What do you mean by that, Rick? Well, that music right there comes from our guest here on the New Roo on this fabulous Friday morning. I am Rick Godley, and the song Come Along in a really neat way, how things come together. The artist on that is Calvin Duncan Jr. I already called him Calvin Johnson, but Calvin Duncan Jr., multiple guitar artist, multi-grain, actually talented, a genre of music in the studio, and he goes, Rick, do you have the WSA award? I say, I think I do. So first of all, Calvin, my friend, good morning. How are you?
Good morning. I'm great. How about yourself?
I am great as well. Let me that microphone here. Now repeat that answer.
I'm great. How about yourself?
Oh, I'm excellent as well. Boy, your voice sounds great here this morning on the Roo. All right.
Thank you.
So come along. We just played it here. Tell us about this award, and then we'll dial it back to get the Calvin Duncan upbringing in Tallulah, Louisiana. So the WSA, congratulations. Tell us about this.
Oh, the WSA award. It's out of Atlanta, Georgia, and it was. I'm actually up for another award also, but the Come Along, when I won it in fall 23, it actually goes about. They just somehow they got in touch with me. They had gotten hold of my record and then my album, and they had reached out to me and let me know that I was up for an award, and good things came out. I came out on top on it. I'm also up for another award for the Summer Award with my song Highway 65.
Highway 65, I got it on the CD. By the way, people can, how can they get this? I mean, ways to download it and also at your merch table when you show?
Oh yes, at my merch table. You can also download it on all digital platforms.
Okay.
You can go to my website and place your order and get in touch with me about any of my social media platforms. You can also get in touch with me on there and place your order there, and also you can get in touch with Miss Kenya West, and she can also inform you on how to get your CDs.
Well, now she's the one that made this happen. This experience between you and me.
Yes.
Brag on her. Tell me more about her, and then we're going to find out more about you.
Man, she's awesome. She's a really good. She started off with me as doing like my just sharing like my flyers and all that good stuff like that for me. So and then I wanted to challenge her, because I was in desperate need. I'm an independent artist, and I was in desperate need of help me get bookings and everything like that. So I give her the platform of what to do, and once I kind of instructed her on that, man, she took off like a rocket, man. When I tell you, she's on fire.
Well, I know that.
That's where she should. That's where she should have been placed at first instead of just flyers and all that good stuff. But man, she's been 100 and on everything that with the CDJ brand.
Well, yeah, she made this happen in a rather quick way. She goes,
yes.
Is Friday too soon? I'm like, boom. And so here we are, and I'm happy to have you. It's Calvin Duncan Jr. And when I started the gig here, the show with you, listen to me like I play music, Tallulah, Louisiana, and I'm going to give you, I guess, or the cliff notes. You started on drums, it says, as a young child, piano, lead guitar, acoustic, bass. So they're your multi-instrumental. Take us through that process and upbringing in Tallulah, Louisiana.
Awesome. All right. The process when I was born, 2 weeks after I was born, I moved to Las Vegas, Nevada, and after after that I came home maybe 12, 13, we moved to Lake Providence, Louisiana, and I ended back up in my hometown where I was born in Tallulah, Louisiana. We started doing gospel with my brother. He wanted to do some gospel, and me and my brother and my dad, we were singing. Had a group called Exciting Spiritual Echoes. We traveled still.
What was that again? Switch Echoes?
The Exciting Spiritual Echoes.
Oh, the exciting. Okay.
Oh yes, we still travel to this day.
Really?
Oh yeah.
All right. I'm sorry, keep going.
Yeah, got here in Tallulah, Louisiana, and after the group thing, and I started doing R&B before the group started. But when my brother came to me with the great idea of starting a gospel band, and I was eager to learn an instrument because I didn't know how to play any instrument at the time, and so I'm like, maybe 19, 20. I'm late. I'm a late bloom at the instruments. Y'all forgive me. But yeah, so we started out with the gospel group. I started on drums. I went from the drums. I got on the piano, and I actually prayed about it because I wanted to play. I wanted to play the piano so hard and just write music because I love the idea of it. I actually wanted to write other music for for other artists. And so I started to sing on it, and people got in my mind and got in my head, tell me I sound worth something. So I started to sing for myself. And now, after the gospel group, I started the blues and started the Southern Soul. I got a song titled Catfish, and that was started with the Southern Soul, and the Southern Soul done a great job. And I just couldn't stand standing up and not having an instrument in my hand. I can stand up all day and sing, but when I perform for people, I like to give you a awesome, great show, and just standing up singing to a soundtrack is good, but I would rather a band so you can get that live feeling, and I love to keep live music alive.
His name, Calvin Duncan Jr. He's in the studios here at the New Rue 102, and we're talking about not only the instruments that he plays, but the genres that he plays. And here's one of the things, and I get it because you got to do it, and Kenya understands it, that you can do blues, you can do country, you can do soul, you can do gospel, you can do R&B, and sometimes, and that's why we're the Rue, because we do all of that. You know, it's a mixture, but you got to be, I guess in the industry, some kind of a marketable format. Yes. So you're multi-genres. That's why I put it that way. Yes. What's your preference?
I love gospel. But I also love the blues. I love the blues.
Wait a second. I said I didn't ask what your second preference was.
That's right. It's that guitar. It does something to me when I'm up there playing it now. Because, man, that blues, the guitar, I love my gospel because I'm a minister of music at different churches. But it's when I'm playing that gospel, when I'm playing that blues, and it just seemed like that electric guitar just electrified me, and it just take over. And the feeling of just seeing the people out there having a really great time and just seeing them how they dancing and they're overexcited. And, man, it's just a wonderful feeling, and I love that.
I got an idea for Kenya. We'll have to take it into the corporate board meeting for CDJ Enterprises. Why don't you start a blues evening and go all night till Sunday morning? Then you just switch to the gospel, and boy, and you can do probably a 15-hour Calvin-a-thon.
Oh yeah. Oh yes.
Okay.
Oh yes.
Where are you playing next, or where have you played? What's on the Calvin agenda?
Actually, this August 3rd, I'm be in Lake Providence, Louisiana, at the Soul Food Festival.
Wow, good.
It's going to be great. I think I know one of the artists. There's going to be many other artists on. I think Mr. Ricky White is one of the artists that's going to be on there. But I know for sure the Calvin Duncan Jr. band is going to be on there, and they're going to bring that good old traditional blues, and going to bring some good old country, and that's what we love to do. We love to bring the good happiness and make you happy and sing you happy. And
I'm not the sharpest knife in the drawer, but if there's a Calvin Duncan Jr., there's got to be a Calvin Duncan Sr.
Oh, yes.
Brag on his influence in your life, I guess, as a man of character as well as a musician.
Man, my father, he's a great guy. He's an awesome singer, awesome guitarist. He's legendary in his own way. He has traveled many tours back in the day. I know before I was born, because they got some stuff on YouTube from 1978, and I was born in 79. Don't mean to tell my age, but they had some stuff from when they was touring with the Sensational Friendly Brothers. And, man, they toured from the West Coast to the East Coast back down south. And he's such an awesome singer. And, man, I just wish you guys could just hear him sing.
Well, do you have any, cassette tapes, anything that he may be that we can kind of capture so that we can hear? I mean, that's history.
Oh, yes.
Yes. Do you have that? Is there any tapes at home, reel to reel?
Oh, yes. We have actually the Exciting Spiritual Echoes, the gospel group I was mentioning to you. We actually are a recording group as well.
I got you.
Yes.
But I'm talking about your dad from the 60s,
from
70s?
back in the days?
Yes.
There is some stuff that's on YouTube, and
Okay.
we can maybe pull some of that up
All right.
from 1978
Okay.
when he's singing with the Friendly Brothers.
All right. We'll do
Oh, yes.
not now, but we'll do some research on this. I love it when we find out more information, relative, relevant, and local. Calvin Duncan Jr. willing to go how far and how wide to go and play and bring your gifts to either the church, the event, the festivals. How far do you want to go, and how do folks get in touch with you?
You can get in touch with me through Miss Kenya West. You can get in touch with me through my website, any of my social media platforms. You can get in touch with me through those. But I'm willing to drive and fly all across this country, international, everywhere. Because actually, that's what we're doing now. We're going many places. Just left Florida, I think, last month. Brooksville with Mr. Paul Benjamin, a
Right.
great friend of mine. Yeah, we just traveling and just trying to make it happen as an independent artist. We're not signed on any label yet, but
Well, you're organic and real. That's what you have to be on this
That's
level,
it.
as opposed. And so, no, you're doing great in my ears.
oh yeah,
Inquiring minds want to know this one. I found this on your social media. You got to be real careful what you put on your social media. My
That's
gosh,
right.
investigative
right.
snoopers like myself will go and
That's
say, I got to
right.
find out more about my guest. But how long have you been in a relationship with your guitar?
Man, my guitar has been in a relationship now ever since the release of Come Alone. Because on the Come Alone project, I actually play all the instruments on there. My great friend,
Really?
Yes, all the instruments except the drums and the flute and clarinet. My friend Eric Flowers at Studio 61 in Vicksburg, Mississippi.
Mm-hmm.
He done a great job at the drums, and he's also done the engineering on there. Me and him done a great job at this project. He done all the drums, and
We're going to hear that again because now we're going to listen to it with a discerning ear. Calvin Duncan Jr. here in the new Rue 102. Thank you so much for, listening and not you, Calvin. I'm talking to the people actually listening and getting future listens. And then also,
Yes.
thank you for sharing. Help us grow. And here's the whole thing. The more we have, the more we help. The more we have, the more we help. Listeners and or followers. And this is all about local, ATL, all things local, and you check all those boxes and more. So I appreciate you coming in this morning. And
Thanks for having me.
I just have a sense that Kenya this won't be the last time we meet or talk. Am I right? I think so. Closing thoughts, closing words, son of a. Are you a musician in church, or are you a preacher too? Preach to us. Give us a word.
actually, I'm just a minister of music.
There you go.
I'm the
Okay.
minister of music in the church house. I bring along before the preacher comes and bring his great sermon. I try to soften up and make sure everybody's in the great feel of worship and ready to receive the word of God. You know, I try to sing you happy.
All right, we're going to be played out happy. Thank you so much for coming by this morning. We appreciate you and look forward to future episodes here on the
you.
New Room. He's Calvin Duncan Jr. and here he is once again, with the exception of the drums, if I heard right. It's all Calvin all the time. All right, I can't let the music go too long because the people who own the copyrights will strike the video. But this is the man that wrote it right here. Calvin,
Right
you
here.
did great, man. You did great.
Thank you.
Thank you all for watching. You know what to do to make this thing happen far and wide. We'll see you.